What's up? My name is Saib and welcome to another episode of this Canvas game development series. And in this episode we're going to talk about save and restore methods. These two methods are actually useful especially when building games with Canvas. Okay, talking about save. Save is just a method that we can use to save the entire state of our canvas or the current state of our canvas. And this is simply done by the API is just gonna push this current state onto a stack, and then we can restore that state just by calling restore method. There's a save and restore method. The restore one simply just pops out the top of the stack, in which is the current state that we actually saved. And if we didn't save anything, nothing will be restored. So yeah, let's just try to actually apply this one and see how this works. So simply, if I just filled a rect by calling the context and filled rect, I can just say 250 for the x and y positions, and I can specify a width and height, so just say 220 and 150. Simply like that, we can see a black rectangle in here. So let's say that I want to give this a let's say that I want to save this state, in which is the drawing states, in which it's just some values such as the fill style or the stroke style. Simply, if we want to know what are the drawing states that get saved, we can just go to mdn and we just say save canvas, and which gonna take us to the save method. We can see that the drawing state that gets saved into a stack is just the transformation, the current values such as stroke, fill, the global alpha, the line join, the miter limit. Miter limit is something that we didn't talk about, but it's related to the miter line join, which is the default value for the line join. So yeah, you can actually try to use this one in order to see the difference. The font is also the text-based line. All of these values get saved. So yeah, if we just save this one, which is simply this, in our case this is gonna save just the fill, the default black color. So we can just, if I called, say that I want to call text fill style and just a red one, or we can just let that be after our fill. Okay, so now if I just called another rectangle in here on the top, so I can just simply say fill rect, and I can just say 0, 0, 100 and 100. Okay, you can see that this one gets a red one that follows that one. We didn't even call the restore method, since this follows exactly any previous fill style. But since, let's give it another color to actually try to see the difference. Let's give it a blue one. Okay, so this one is actually a blue one now. Now let's say that I want to restore that. So if I just called restore, this restore is gonna return every drawing state that was saved, in which in our case that red fill style. So you can see that we got now, if we change this one to green for instance, this is the restore method is gonna restore all of the drawing states that was before save. If I want to change this fill rect, I have to specify a fill style after that restore. Yeah, so if I just restore it again for instance to see the difference between the, okay, so I can just call restore after that one. Okay, like that. You can see that we restored the fill style of that one. Let's say that I want to have this font for instance. Let's give it a 40 pixels and comic as for the font family. Now let's say that I want to just fill a text. I can just say canvas again. Let's give it the x and y positions. Let's say 300 and 100 for the y. Okay, now we got this canvas. As you can see, now this fill style follows that one. If we specified a different font for instance, we can just say 50 pixels and we can just say Arial. Now we can see that this actually changed. If I called restore again for the fill text, you can see that it's gonna follow the comic one, which is the saved state. So simply I can just call restore one that way. Yeah, of course this one changed, since if I called that one, I can just remove this fill style, and when I restore, everything is gonna be exactly the same. So yeah, simply we save a state and then we restore that state. This is something that actually can be useful in building games. We're gonna go over that when we actually start building games. So yeah, I think this is it for save and restore. You can just try to play with it a bit and just see how this exactly works. Just try this with different drawing states or different styles, or just try to specify a different line width or try stroke style. So yeah, simply that's everything you need to know about save and restore, and I'll see you in the next one.